NFL sport. Well,
1 2 1 2 1 2. Good.
Check in, check in. Good, good.
all right, police, take all day.
Hello there, wherever you are. Let me welcome you with good news, brilliant sunshine, lovely day for cricket here at the Police Sports Club ground in Leary, Georgetown, Guyana. It's the clash of the American Cricket Society, that's ACS, and police officers. So the day promises to be one of excitement. It's a 30-30 affairs between these two teams. The last fixed match for this year tour 2025 by the American Cricket Society. And like I said, it's a 30-30, and we're streaming live from Police Sports Club ground in Ivleary. The news from the middle is that Police, they have won the toss and they have decided to take first strike. So they'll be hoping that they can put together a competitive total. It's been a rigorous tour for the ACS. They've been on the quarantine coast on the west side. They've played cricket in Georgetown, and they're pumped up and ready to go here today. So, with me in the come box is our international cricket broadcaster, Naeem Chan. Hello to you, Naeem. This game should be another thrilling one, like all the others we would have witnessed.
Hi. Yes, Jeet. Good morning to all our viewers. Special good morning from the Eve ground. It promises, as you said, quite a nice day of cricket. This is culminating. This match is actually culminating the tour. So this should be their final game as they head back to their respective country, or I can't say countries. They're all from the American Cricket Society, all living in the United States of America. But also, let me just bring you up to scratch. The police won the toss. They've decided they're going to be batting first. There's a nice heavy wind coming across Eve Leary, and there is hazy conditions. So little dark clouds assembling on the northeastern side of the ground, and that means that there is a little threat of rain. But I looked at the weather forecast for you earlier this morning. If you're going to have a shower, it's going to be brief. It's nice, fair wind coming across the ground, so no immediate threat of rain, Jeet.
Yes, Naeem, and you're right about that. So the two openers are already out in the middle, and it looks as though Troy Ben, he's going to take the first delivery, and Budram, he'll be at the non-striker's end. And Niall Smith, the Guyana Harpy Eagles fast bowler, will be bowling the first delivery, sporting his dreadlocks and well-painted face there. And I will tell you that the sun is real hot out in the middle. West Indies A player as well. Very, very strong wind coming through the commentary box. So about to witness the first delivery. Two slips going down. And Ben is going to face the first delivery. That's a bumper. So some lift off this pitch and a wide call by the umpire. That was real high indeed.
Niall Smith wants to let everyone knows too that I'm Guyana's fast bowler, so just flexing the muscles a little bit. A wayward delivery nevertheless, but I more believe it's like a loosener.
Oh, straying down the leg side here, and you can hear that sound of the ball hitting, and those are going to be more wides. Now, this is the thing about Niall Smith, very strong wind behind of him, and he can sway the ball. He swings it beautifully, and once he doesn't pitch, they're going to go for wides. So he has to be very careful here.
I think he's trying to find that rhythm.
Is not off his long run. A very short run for him. And he has used the short run in this competition almost in every game. Oh, that was an excellent delivery there. Lucky there, Troy Ben, that the ball did not cannon onto the stumps. Had some pace, and he was straight on, had a little bit of lift and an edge onto the pad.
Yes, Niall Smith is looking for his rhythm. He's almost there, finding it. 5 without loss. Very high winds. That's okay, Jeet. Some of my papers flown. Dangerous one. Just outside the line of the off stump. And just outside the reach of Ben's nose as well. I think he did well to control and get out of the way, taking evasive action.
Yes, and Naim did mention that the flying paper there is actually more value to that paper. I saw money flying through his pocket, and that's because of the wind. Straight down the leg side, Naim, and we were talking about that. If you're going to swing the ball, you need to start outside the line of the off stump, coming back. That was pitched on the line of the middle stump and went further away.
Of course, Niall Smith is fresh from the CWI Caribbean tournament. So he's bustling with energy, bustling with form, but not finding it in the first over here.
This time he gets bat onto ball, Troy Ben. Was a slower delivery. This is one of the best pitches in the entire country. Here, it is very, very quick once you bend the back. You imagine if a Niall Smith from a long run comes in and bends the back, he's going to get a lot of fire off this wicket.
Of course, Ravindra Budram, who for those people who don't know him would be the Deputy Commissioner of Police, standing at the non-striker's end. Trevor Ben taking strike. Smith of a shortish approach now. Lifter there, Jeet. And Ben, I think, is doing well to negotiate the pace.
Yes, and it's good that he's wearing the helmet. That's Troy Ben. He's a strong fella. And being in the Guyana Police Force, a disciplined officer as well. And Niall Smith working up some pace from that northern end.
And he's coming off a relatively short run, like he's cut his run in half. So not a lengthy run up.
Well, I think he was actually flirting there a little. Looked good pulling the bat inside the line, as it may seem. The first over has come to an end. Police batting here against ACS. They're 7 without loss.
It's quite a loose action and a few anxious moments. The team of the ACS, you can all see the names there. Willie Orin has been having quite a good tour. Ramal, I saw him in one game looking extremely good. Akeem Jor, of course, he's the captain in this game. I was looking through to see if I could find, this is the police side, Jeet.
Yes, and you know, that tells a story. Good to see Christopher Barnwell in that side. Ivor Trotz as well. Imran Mohammed, Kyle Michael. Good, strong bunch of cricketers, so it's going to be competitive.
I see Kevin Bodie's in the this side as well, the police side, which means he has left the camp of the ACS temporarily, I guess. It's all a mixing up, lots of camaraderie. The ACS originates from outside the United States there.
Yuvraj Dayal, that's Yuvraj Dayal, starting with a Y2, a la Niall Smith, both starting with wides. So they have to watch the extras here. You do not want to give away too many.
Fishing outside the off stump there, Ravindra Budram. He looks extremely slim, actually. I know him to be a bit, he appears a little chubby. Flicked away. I think he got an edge onto that, and this will go down just a single.
Actually leg buys, so one more to the score here. Looking to tickle that one fine, and the ball just drifting into the pad. and going down. It has brought Troy Ben rather back in strike. And what a pleasant day we are experiencing here.
Yuvraj Dayal, just as tight as we normally see him. What a contrasting conditions to Jeet from Metamirzorg on the west side.
Well, actually what happened at Metamirzorg there were lots of wind, but where we did commentaries from, you know, it was an enclosed environment, so we felt the heat, but the wind was really on the ground. But this one here is blowing at quite a good speed.
So police, they have been pretty watchful at the end of over number 210 without loss. Watchful start, I think they ought to be, because the ACS side has got quite a formidable batting lineup as well.
And they have done excellently so far in this 2025 tour of Guyana. Like I mentioned, going all the way to the quarantine course. They played at Bushlot Sports Club ground. They played at Everest, Enmore, Luziknan, MMZ over on the west side. And only yesterday they had a very, very good game at LBI, which they won, and won handsomely too. Always a fighting team. They have some very good players with them. Some of our friends from Jamaica, they're playing here. Very strong fellas. Orain Williams, their skipper. Akeem Jur, and some Guyanese and some locals as well.
A lot of Guyanese have been playing with the ACS team for many, many years.
That's a nasty delivery, but he has good eyesight here, Troy Ben.
And it's coming just over the center stump, G. Very, very good bouncer.
He's running a big risk here, Niall Smith. And I'll tell you why I say that. He's been very violent against the police officer.
I guess he wouldn't have a long journey. There's so many cells and unoccupied offices if Niall Smith opts to do that. Ben is not very comfortable against Niall Smith. He's actually flinching. That one was coming back into the body at a good height, and he had to crawl on his toes and just fending it into the onside field.
Well, he managed to get some bat onto it. Good thing he didn't cannon into the body. Bowled him off stump, knock back there. That's what's on the card. Short and one. Well pitched up, beaten for pace, and comprehensively dismantling the woodwork out in the middle. Troy Ben goes back to the pavilion. 10 for the loss of 1 in over number 3.
Well, from the beginning, I don't think he was very comfortable against the lifting deliveries. There have been several lifters there going over the stumps, and Troy Ben on at least 2 occasions, I think, was quite fortunate to get out of the way. Not that Niall Smith is opening up at real high pace. He's just about average, medium. He's not flatting out, but he's coming with the wind, Jeet, and that's assisting him as well.
Of course, so making 1 is Troy Ben. He heads back to the pavilion. The new batter makes his way out in the middle, and he would have been sitting there in the dugout and watch what went on out in the middle, Kevon Booty. Well, he's in good form. He's heading the tables for the ACS team, and he's a good boy. He knows Niall Smith, played a lot of cricket here in Guyana, and he's in good form as well, so police will be looking up to him. There must have been some bargain between ACS and police officers to get Kevon Booty to play for the police officers team.
And it's good too, because it adds a little flavor to the police outfit. And Kevon Booty has looked extremely good this season. I've been saying this over and over, that he's a very composed and competent batsman. Nice free flowing shots, And I also said and reiterated on several occasions that I'll be happy to see Kevon Bodie facing up to good quality bowling. Niall Smith, not as yet international, but he's playing in the Cricket West Indies tournament representing Guyana. I think I would deem him very good quality bowling. So I'm glad that to have this opportunity to look at Kevon Bodie facing up to Niall Smith.
Yes, and played for the West Indies at the A level as well, Niall Smith. So he has gotten the early wicket, and Bodie is going to face his first delivery. Flashing at one there, outside the line of the off stump. But this is the way Bodie is going to play with all the open territories. The first 8 overs are overs in which you can go over the top, you split the field. This is a fast ground because that's the power play overs.
He's really pushing it through. I can tell you that Niall Smith is pounding it in. He knows too that Kevon Bodie is by himself in his own class, so I can open up a little more.
Yeah, so a successful over. 3 gone, it's 10 for the loss of 1.
You can have a look at the branches there on your extreme right of your television screen. Look at those branches and those palm trees just fluttering away. That tells you the intensity of the breeze. We're just off the Atlantic Ocean, just half a mile or so.
So getting a single. And they will come back and complete 2. That's not good fielding here. In fact, the ball has gone away to the boundary region. Well, a little bit of a hiccup there, and some good runs now for the police officers.
I think the manager of the ACS team was really looking forward to winning the toss to bat first here. He wants a big score. He wants to have his batsmen have enough time at the crease, but his aspirations and ambitions were all thwarted.
Yes, Terry was looking forward to maybe a 280, 300 total, but they did not win the toss, so they have to bowl out in the middle. Well, perhaps the best thing to do is to allow police to make 279, so they can come in and bat and make that 280.
Well, many years ago, I've not had a look at the quality of the batting strength of the police force. I've not seen them in many years. Tickled away by Budram. This would not go towards the boundary, but he'll pick up just a single. Well, long ago, when you heard about the police and the GDF, the Guyana Defence Force First Division teams, were classy players at that time.
Yes, actually, Kevon Bodie was the one that picked up that single. He's slim. Budram a little bit more on size. Just tapped away decently into the offside. So we are going to get our score corrected and running not long from now. These glitches do happen. Was clearly going down the leg side there, about outfoxed by Dial. Looking for the expansive slug sweep there. Bodie and not making the contact.
He's been having a great series, but he's just searching for that rhythm. He's not finding it as yet. Let's see if he gets it here. All the way, beautiful shot there in the G. Cracked from the middle of the willow there. Back past the bowler, beating the long on. Real fantastic shot.
Yes, top class on drive by the right-handed Bodie. Came out, reached it. Flowing looking shot. came off the bat nicely. The timing was good. The placement was good as well.
I think the police also would be happy with Kevon Bodie in the side because they themselves will be looking for a formidable score to tackle the strength of the batting side of the ACS, so they need a good score.
Yes, and this is a small ground. It's not a huge ground and a very good pitch. I think it suits good batting, good bowling as well. Once you bend your back, something is going to come from that. Niall Smith is going to continue from the northern end of the ground. And this ground has always been well kept. Budram is in strike. Driving at one outside the line of the off stump there. Budram lured into the shot. Could have easily gotten the edge. Has to be careful. If you're driving, you need to get to the pitch of the delivery there.
And I think he should be advised too to just watch Niall Smith a little closer and see him off. He's got some 6 overs to bowl. This is over number 3 he's in. If he's going to be the problem child for the police, then Budram should be as cautious as possible.
Yes, and I'm wondering to know if police officers knew that Niall Smith would have been playing today. Oh, he was cramped for everything there on the back foot. Beaten for some pace there by Niall Smith. And mind you, he's on the short run. I was saying if they knew Niall Smith would have been playing here today.
Sick leave?
No, just trump up something, pick him up on the road, detain him a little, miss the match. Yeah, now he's jumping on the back foot because he's not trusting the pace of Niall Smith here, Budram. But he's a very good player. Has scored some runs. I see him play before. He's solid. But this is a different kettle of fish.
Squared up on the offside. Just a single. And that might be a good tactic also. It's one delivery though in the over. But what Budram should be calculating as well, Kevon Bodie is a very established batsman. Just give the batting, especially facing up to Niall Smith, have Kevon Bodie most of the time this way.
Yes, so the final delivery in over number 5. And Bodie is back in strike.
Hooks and hooks well. That might carry all the way. We'd have to wait.
Well, in fact, it's a catch taken down at the deep backward square boundary by Jonathan Van Lang. Short delivery. Bodie went after his man. Didn't get it the way he wanted it. The intention was a maximum. Van Lang took a good catch there. So 5 overs gone. It's 18 for the loss of 2. And that's a big wicket for them to get at this stage of the game. Bodie head bent. And he's walking slowly back to that dugout. Naima's gone to get some beverage. Hello to you, John. Picking up a second wicket here, Niall Smith. Bodie falling to the hook shot.
Not getting enough connection at all. Shot was on, short ball on the line of his leg stump. Hooking, but getting the top edge. So not getting distance from the middle of the bat. And you can see well within the boundary. Not even right back. So hello everyone, hello Indrajit. Kandaya Ramkaran, the new batter. And if they're looking for stability, this is the crisis man, Kandaya Ramkaran, the customs officer. Yeah, nice game in the making. Excellent weather for cricket. And a very traditional venue. Lots of matches played here. Different levels, of course. Currently there's a Commissioner's Cup being played. But they're having a break for this match, and then over the weekend there are some other events slated here for the Leary ground. But lots of matches previously played here on the 19 regional tournaments. This was a World Cup practice venue for women on the 19th men, senior men. I heard a history of Case Cup, Bristol Cup, and a whole lot of GCA cricket that plays here. So it's a historic venue. Oh, that was pretty close to the off stump. Dayal starts his third. The Guyana police force looking a little bit tentative. The track has no devils in it. It's just that their shot selection seemed to be a little bit tentative, not playing with all that confidence and flair. Maybe they're waiting to see off Smith and Dayal.
Yes, and I think Smith is the one that caused the confusion there because of his extra bounce that he got from this pitch. And of course, the pace did trouble both of the openers. And both of them, they're back in the pavilion. But this guy, Ram Karan, solid. We saw him in the National T20 League, looks very good in the inter-county tournament as well. Was a little bit surprised that he did not open the bat in.
Lots of specialist openers in this side, so then seniority calls. Assistant Commissioner of Police opened the batting today. That's Ravindra Budram. So I don't think it was up to the ability of Ram Karan, because nothing is wrong with his ability as an opener. He now gets off the mark, but when seniority says, listen, that's it.
Yes, and you have to say, thank you, sir, I accept that, and do what you have to do.
This one is hit in the air. Fielder coming around. Jonathan Van Lang once again. The apprentice, the 18-year-old, takes it. So that's another big wicket going down very early. Still in the power play. This is only the 6th over. And the experience of Ravindra Budram goes for 4.
Yes, well, he was looking there for a maximum. Felt it was time because we're in the 6th over of the power play. And went after his man, didn't got it away, ballooned in the air, and Van Lang with a strong win took a well-judged catch. So the Assistant Commissioner of Police, Guyana, Ravindra Budram, walking back to the dugout.
But Dayal just keeping it simple, bowling into a heavy wind here at Police. And I think Budram was looking to take him on, or getting the connection that he was looking for. So just went just by the 30-yard circle, and he goes.
And he was looking to go over long on there based on the shot he played, got the leading edge. That's the reason why it went down towards the long off region. So a partnership will have to develop now if police officers are going to really put on a competitive total there for their team. And they're coming up against an ACS team that is well set, a balanced team. And they have done well, John. Did not start the tournament well, losing their first 2 matches, but then came back nicely.
Since then, they've won 6. This is their 9th game. So fresh batters at the crease now. London joining Ram Karan. And Suresh Danai replacing Niall Smith at the northern end. The breeze has picked up. We have lost the sunshine momentarily in the Jeet. I know you love to check the weather forecast. Is there any rain slated for today at Police?
No, not at all. Not rains. Maybe a few water molecule. Very likely. No rain today. We're going to have a full day's play. And you mentioned that Suresh Danai has been brought into the attack. Picked up a 5-wicket haul yesterday. Short, lifting delivery. Good testing one there too for Ram Karan. Standing tall and played it well, but bang on target first delivery.
Yeah, good stuff. Once you have that ball in your hand and you're running in, you want to show the batters exactly why you're a fast bowler, and there he is running in with purpose, and a nice short ball to begin with.
Yes, and this was actually slapped away by
Keep
Ram
going,
Karan.
keep going tonight. Keep
What a
going, boys.
short delivery. Looking to a little bit better with that one. Might have been looking for the gap between the mid-off and the cover, but it was short of a length. Short lifting delivery, some pace on that one. Good purchase from the pitch as well, Suresh Danai. And Ram Karan just fanning the bat at it. Maybe it's a small ground. If he had gotten contact, that would have gone over third man for a maximum. That was the thought. Maybe a under and up. He did not do that. But Danai working up some good pace here.
Consistency is the key. Looking pretty good so far. Police rock back. 3 wickets going down in quick time. They really need a partnership. Really need someone to come and not only survive but also score. Ram Karan has the ability. This time gets a short ball outside the off stump and helps himself to a boundary.
That's a fine shot. It was short, lifting outside the line of the off stump, and he just shimmy a little bit on the back foot and cut it away. Brilliant shot by the right-hander. And look at this once again. Short on top of it. That's a great shot.
And I was about to make the point that in terms of someone who can survive and score, it is going to be Ram Karan, showing that he has the ability to weather the storm with these short ball served up to him. But as soon as he got one that was loose, he pounced on it nicely and got the boundary. London looking for a single that's not on. Will he get the overthrow? No. Just 4 runs in the over. 7 gone. 24 for 3.
And I think that was a very, very good over by Suresh Danai. His first, none for 4, just 4 runs coming off that over. But he started well. Some good deliveries, right on target. Had one blasted away for 4. And here we're looking at the Zara Computer Center and Library, which is operated by the Guyana Police Force at their Officers Training Center. And lots of work is being done by Zara throughout Guyana. Computer literacy is being passed on to our youngsters, and it's absolutely a splendid job by our police officers sharing that knowledge. Congrats to them, and congrats to Zara as well. So Dial 1 for 11. He's about to begin his 4th. And this is a good looking shot. In fact, it's the catch taken down on the boundary. For a moment I thought he had it going for a maximum, but what a fine catch down at a deep backward square boundary. And that's the 4th wicket going down for police officers. 24 for the loss of 4 for the trouble.
Yeah, Port of London has just gotten to the wicket. First delivery, looking to take on the bowling. And an excellent catch on the boundary. Yep, that's the man, Ashki Homraj. Kept his eyes on it. It was dying coming down to him. The wind factor is always something you must consider here at police. And then in the end, kept his eyes on it. And another big one going down, because Port of London, tell you what, busy player. And if he had gotten going and spent some time at the crease, would have been some rapid scores we have been seeing here ticking over. It's not to be. It's 4 down, 4 in the bag now.
Yes, and London Bridge has just fallen down here at Leary. The 4th wicket going down. So great success this morning here. Kelvin Leach, first delivery comes off the mark. Nicely played. That's going to bring some relief to him. But once Ram Karan is there and Leach can bat too, there is still hope for a competitive total.
Yeah, Leach can give a good account of himself. Sergeant Leach in charge of the Bedford-Wacton police station.
I will try to reach him and say, I talk good things about you. Can we be friends here? Yes.
I think you might prefer to be friends rather than a Leach. He is a good guy.
Yes, a good fellow. We want to say hello to all our police officers in Guyana, wherever you are. Oh, and he just corked this one. Has he gotten enough? Has that gone? It has indeed. That's a fine shot. Standing forward and driving. Brilliant shot off the face of the bat. That's confidence.
Your first dial sticking to his line and length that has brought him success. But this time, Kandai Ramkaran just opening up the stance a little bit, moving that left foot across, clearing it, and then making space for that flashing wheel of 4 nicely played runs.
Yes, and that's confidence when you can play a shot like that. He has been there for a little while, faced 12 deliveries, and we have already seen him at a spanking 4. Short, and this pulled around again. That's going to be another boundary. That's good looking shot. The basics were done, rocked on the back foot, and swatted it away through the wide long on region for another boundary.
Pitched up and was driven. This time, pulling the ball down. Ramkaran on the back foot to open up his stance again. And because it was still the power play, lots of space on the onside, he found the boundary nicely. So consecutive boundaries to end the power play. Well, 33 now for the loss of 4. 8 gone.
Yes, and Dial 2 for 20 off his 4 overs. Before this over, looked the part. But now he was just taken apart by Kanaya Ramkaran. 13 from 13. Leach has just come in. So the power play has been completed here. So it gives the opportunity to the fielding side to block some of those gaps and save some boundaries as well. So in the power play, they've lost 4 wickets. That's too many. That was never what they bargained for.
And what it also means now that the field can be relaxed. Not sure if ACS will be relaxed in the field. They may want to maintain the pressure on Police Sports Club. The tall figure of Leach to face the music. I think had Danai allowed that ball to go to the stumps, might have been interesting. Single that was not on. That's when your blood is hot. Kandai Ramkaran looking for a single that was not on.
Yes, has to be careful here. You do not want a run out at this stage. That's a good delivery, Jono. Right on target, well pitched up. But he defended it well. Leach will need to stay there with Ramkaran if that total is going to, bother the ACS. Right now, 33 for 4. It's not looking good. So the discipline officers, they're on the back foot here at Leary, fanning at one outside the off stump this time.
The intent is clear from Leach. He's loaded. He's looking to unleash those shots, but just missing the target.
I like you putting that word together. Fully loaded, the officers.
Danai fresh from that 5-wicket haul. He's in the middle of a very good spell. Not with the new ball today, but took the ball that's not so old as well. I love the track here at Police. I remember playing a number of games here, in fact. Good bounce you tend to get from this track. So the fast bowlers, or even those that do not bowl as fast as others, can get some amount of assistance.
Yes, it's a lovely pitch. It suits everybody, and that is what you want to see. For pace again by Danai, just outside the line of the off stump. Went a little bit low, tried to cut it through the backward point region. The ball flying past him.
Too close to cut there, Leach. He's tall, but Danai getting this ball to bounce. Like I said, this is a good track. What is good as well in the G is the slope. It's like if you're running up a hill to get to this pitch. So when the ball leaves that hill, runs downhill, it tends to run away quickly on this fast outfield. Maiden over coming to an end, and 9 gone, 33 for 4.
Yes, delivered those 6-dot deliveries, Suresh Danai, at the right time. Like John said, it's a maiden, 33 for the loss of 4. Ramkaran is there on 13, battling away, and Soto Leach on 1. Those back in the pavilion, Troy Ben, Ravendra Budram, and Kevin Bodie. That was a huge wicket to get at that time. Still batting to come, Anthony Adams, Trevor Ben, Bernard Bailey, Ronald Ali. So still some good batting to come for the Police team here.
The third man. Lecky. A shot for him.
Love that little scoreboard under that white tent there. They're showing it's 38. Our scorer is saying it's 33.
The man with the golden arm, literally. Picking up a couple catches already, Jonathan Van Lang. Now given the opportunity to bowl. Captain the Guyana emergent players at LBI yesterday. A high-scoring, dramatic game that went in favor of ACS. But Van Lang, that's 7 for 25. I remember that bowling performance like it was yesterday. Cleaned up the opposition nicely. Here he is. This is his first game officially for ACS, the visiting side. Terry Hastu, the manager of ACS, says he likes what he sees in the young man, wants to support him, wants to encourage him, wants to be part of that growth and development together. So he's looking at him to be part of ACS family, just like Anthony Adams and Kevin Bodie have been. They're locals, but whenever they're in the Big Apple, they play with ACS. So that's an investment he's looking to do with Jonathan Van Lang. Yuvraj Dayal is another one of those persons. Chetram Balgobin.
Yes, and I'm very satisfied with that kind of blueprint that Terry mentioned. Short, can't score, straight to backward point. And it's not all about playing the cricket on the field. ACS, they're looking for talent, giving them an opportunity. And you never know where that partnership can go with so many leagues in the United States of America, Canada, the Caribbean, and the rest of the world. You know, and it's streamed live by FL Sports. Absolutely so many people looking at them. Wow, that's a nasty delivery, short, popped up into the air, fell pretty safely, might have done some damage there. Is it the hand? He's taken off the helmet. Let's see where actually he was struck there. That's a nasty blow indeed to the right-handed Leach.
Thank God for helmets these days. However, I notice against the police force, motorists do not wear helmets. This police is very smart. He is wearing his protective helmet, and that one hitting him on the helmet, on that grill, close to the ear. So it's a very wise move to come out here and face these barrage of young, fast bowlers with the helmets. So once you have that first line of offense or defense, the bat, Once that miss, the helmet is there for the second level of protection.
Yeah, thank God for the helmets. They have protected so many cricketers, even in baseball and whatever sports that are considered a little bit dangerous to fast bowling. And you're right, John.
Another short ball. Where is it going? Going in the air. Fielder cannot run behind fast enough to take the catch over his shoulder. That's Orion Williams. He was going quickly behind, but remember this breeze is pushing that ball forward as well. So he was at mid-wicket and the ball went at wide mid-on really. So Leach gets off the mark, gets out of the firing line.
But he's fighting fire with fire after being struck. He went after his man. A ball that got big on him. Just enough time for the single. Clipped nicely off the pad. And Ramkaran 14 from 14. Leach has used up 10 deliveries for his 2.
Leach loves room outside his off stump. We got none on that occasion, and that is the end. Batting first. Early days, yeah, 36 for 4 after 10 overs. Bodhi dismissed, Ravindra Budram dismissed. Kandai Ramkaran run a ball 15, holding it together. The destroyers, Niall Smith and Yuvraj Dayal, pace and spin with the new ball. Danai, nothing in the wickets column, but it's very economical. Over number 11 to be bowled by Danai. Room outside the off stump. Cut away. Protection down on that backward point boundary. Chatram Balgabin getting his first opportunity with ACS this season as well. Just like Van Lang. As we welcome back Naim for the second time today. Hello, Naim.
Well, I think Kanhaya Ramkaran looks pretty settled, and the police will be looking forward for a lengthy innings. They've got to stop losing wickets. That's very important. And they're facing up to some very high quality bowling. And Leach would have to be a leech in their flesh. That's the ACS flesh, and stay out there and bat for a very long time. But he looks settled too. So we'd expect this partnership to blossom and to grow. 10 overs gone, 37 for 4 is not exactly a good score. Inside edge.
Some clouds building up at the start of the innings. Naim, heavy breeze. So that as well contributed to Niall Smith getting the type of assistance from this track. And granted, some of these batters might not have faced such fast deliveries before. Troy Ben, outdone by pace.
Suresh Danai has a nice rhythmic approach to the stumps. He's just bustling in chest on, and then he gathers that momentum. I've seen so many bowlers who have got extreme rhythm. I like Barrington Brown, who played for Guyana in the 90s, late 80s and 90s. Very, very smooth approach. Bit of impatience here from Kelvin Leach. That was just outside the line of the off stump. Good length, good delivery. May have wanted to opt to let it go. There's a solitary slip, of course. standing back. There's a man down at the backward point position. That's Perez. Or in Williams in slip. There's a man on the third man boundary as well.
A maiden in his previous over. Now a single in this one. Then 3 overs, none for 5. 11 gone. 37 for 4.
Beautiful atmosphere though. From time to time, our cameraman will go around just having you see some of the beautiful images and buildings. Of course, the famous Pegasus Hotel that's in the just maybe a few yards off the Atlantic Ocean. Then you've got the Marriott as well. Guyana's Court of Appeal, all important buildings here. And of course, being housed by the Guyana Police Force. And this is their host ground.
Backing away, giving himself some room outside the off stump, but gets height and not distance. And look at that. Akeem Jor flooring that one. Got hand, covered the ground in Naim. Got hands to it. And look at this. Flooring it. Second attempt, then couldn't snatch again.
By the standard of cricket Akeem has played, that's a sitter. Just plain sitter. Bad bit of fielding.
Resulted in just a single. You can look at the running as well by the police officers. But Kandaya Ramkaran backed away, gave himself lots of room outside the off stump, clearing that left leg and getting good connection. Well, got height. Connection you wanted was distance.
And Ramkaran obviously seems to be the man in form, high quality of batting. And so that's the kind of guy you should never be dropping.
This is intelligent stuff now from the 18-year-old Van Lang, following Ramkaran, realizing that he's going to try to manipulate him by moving in his crease. Not advancing, but moving laterally, and he's done so, moving down the leg side. And Van Lang followed him, so just a single.
Many of us are seeing good times ahead for young Van Lang. Talented, young, strong. Sweeper. Just a single. So there's a bit of impatience, John, if you notice, especially from Kelvin Leach. I saw him attempting at least 2 shots out there where he wanted to degut the bowlers. Was unsuccessful, eyes taken off the ball. Good length, good line. He's just got to show some more patience. Let Ramkaran do the hitting, perhaps. But all in all, it's a good partnership that's building, and they must understand that the police would want this. They would want it to grow, to blossom, to get better and better. And the impatience I'm seeing sometimes, especially from Kelvin Leach, should be corrected.
After a series of singles, now a short ball pulled away for 4. Very productive over for the Guyana Police Force team. 12 gone, 42-46 for the loss of 4.
But it's the control. Look at that. Good shot. Excellent. He got into position, got his body out of the way, inside, and then just turned the wrist as he hooked it away. There's a short backward square, so that's a very, very good shot. Good control. Now look at that projected score. It's not heartening at all. 96. And the current run rate again now, 3.83. That's another major institution, health institution, one of our major hospitals in the country, run by the Catholic St. Joseph's Hospital. That whole building was flattened not so long ago, a couple of years ago. and had this reconstruction, was all wooden building. Jaundice Hospital, well, as long as I've been around, and I know much more, much earlier, that hospital has been in existence. That could be well closing in maybe on 80 years. I'm guessing here.
I have good connection with that hospital. Both of my children were born there. As Keon Lake comes into the attack.
Your daughter probably gave the nurses a whole lot of trouble.
Tomorrow's her birthday and I'm
And keeping far from her.
she might just find you. Keon Lake, right arm off break bowler. So for the first time we're seeing a spin from top end.
Well done, Perez. Well
Quick
done,
single.
Perez. Come on, Lakey, come on,
Rotation in the
Lakey.
strike now between
Special
this
spell here
pair,
now, buddy.
Kandai
Special
Ram
spell
Karan
here
and
now,
Kelvin
man.
Leach.
Come on, man.
They're
Come on,
understanding
buddy.
each other. They understand the pace of this track.
Let's go, Lakey.
And they're looking to get on with things. Not a fast scoring rate just yet. 25 over short ball, and this one is gonna this time taken. That's Niall Smith here for you. We saw the captain Hakeem Jour putting on a sitter earlier in just the last over, but this time a flat hit and quickly into position was Niall Smith. So Kelvin Leach goes for a cameo 8. It's now 47 for 5 in over number 13.
Yes, good catch too, because he had to take it running. I think that's, was it young Hamraj, I think it is? Caught Niall Smith. Good catch. Remember, it was skidding off the bat, going into the leg side. Niall Smith had to cover some ground, took the catch, then it went out. Here's a little replay of it, and then caught it back again. Good effort.
So Lake striking with a second delivery of his spell. Elegant off songs in Georgetown. Would have played games at Police, Maltinos, GCC, and of course at his home ground, Everest. So young Harris, still another experienced Guyana Police Force cricketer. Brother of Jeremiah Harris, who played for Guyana at the youth level when Guyana dominated youth cricket in the 90s and the early 2000s.
I guess many remember the name of Andre Percival. He was highly successful as a Guyana under 19 captain. Still just a purely respectable young man. Good morning, Andre. And John, now that the power play is over, the captain has the field spread out a little more. I thought that Leach and Ramkaran should have been concentrating on a lot of singles. Look at the territory going into the mid-wicket, mid-on area.
Let's go, Lakey.
They had 5 singles in the previous
Top spell here
over.
today, Lakey. Top
Hard ball opened up the eyes of Leach and is looking to take on the bowler,
Yes, well bowled, man.
but
Well
found the
bowled.
safe hands of Niall
That's it,
Smith.
man.
You just saw a shot of
movement
the
here, a lot movement here,
recruits
man. Come
of
on,
the
Lakey.
Guyana Police Force.
Come on, man. Get 5. Get 5 here today, man.
Young
Come on,
recruits
man.
there looking on at the action here at Leary.
Oh, yes. Well bowled, well bowled.
I wonder if they're
Well bowled,
in
well
line.
bowled.
That's a term they
Keep going,
use
keep going here, Lakey.
if there's going to be any unrest. So you'd have a
Come on,
police
man.
officer to
Big shot
nab you
coming
as
here
soon
now,
as
man.
possible. Good morning, recruits.
Oh, yes.
Well, good afternoon, may I
Well
say.
bowled. Keep working here, Lakey. Come on, man. Oh!
Quick delivery to end Lake's first over. Single and a wicket in the 13th. 47 for 5.
Yeah, the conditions continue to be very, very nice here. Kind of, just there's a little dark sheet hovering over. But I don't think that's any signal of any kind of threat of rain. As I said before, there's a regular look at the branches up there, just fluttering away, swaying in the distance. So it's a very high and constant breeze. It's coming straight into our faces in the commentary box. And with that fair wind blowing, that's northeast, the threat of rain hardly exists, simply because it blows that dark, heavy cloud over towards the hinterland of Guyana. So I don't see any imminent threat of rain at the moment. If we're going to have a shower, it's going to be a sprinkler.
5 fours in the innings. 3 of them took on Ramkaran, the top scorer of the innings. Run about 20. Still there. No other batter into double figures. Van Lang to continue from the southern end. The members' pavilion in here at Leary. Niall Smith, opening spell 3 overs, 2 for 8. Yuvraj Dayal, 4 overs, 2 for 20. Suraj Danai, 3 overs, none for 5. Keon Lake, 1 for 1 in his opening and only over. And now Van Lang, 2 overs, none for 12. We saw Mr. Boat Cruz in the house as well. Paul DJ Stress Bonar. I love his middle name actually, Hunter. We saw him in the house, maybe promoting that big boat cruise coming up on the Easter weekend.
Well, Mr. Stress has certainly put on some weight. Actually, I didn't recognize him when he walked in. He's being overfed, I guess.
Well, it can't be stress.
He's putting people under stress, I guess. One of our very, very popular organizers of social events, DJ.
In the air, just chipped. There's no feel at mid-off. Feel is right back on the boundary. DJ Stress actually is an icon in cricket as well. When you think about face-off table tournament, and the DJ Stress cricket festival that was held at the National Stadium a long time ago. Hardball cricket, T20 cricket, bringing together the likes of Burbees, Georgetown Pitbulls. Oh, that was something to look forward to.
No comments on his financial status, because I know he's been doing a lot of business, and I hope he has been consulting regularly with the GRA as well. But the atmosphere is cool at the ground, actually. So the sunshine just about temporarily going off and on. High winds, so very cool conditions. Fantastic.
Right down 04 to you.
Harris took some time to get his helmet on, but that is a smart move, showing that this track has some pace.
Ramkaran looks good. I think Leach was settling in. There was a bit of impatience that I saw from him.
Kelvin Leach has been the unofficial chaperone of the visiting American Cricket Society side. He's been ensuring everything is in order for them on their tour this year. This is their final match of their tour. Started last Wednesday at Lusignan. This is match number 9.
In the air, airborne but safe. That's Niall Smith all the way to the sweeper position, so absolutely no danger. It went actually between extra cover and cover point.
Very commendable tour. 2 defeats early up, and then maybe after the arrival of the captain, Akeem Jor, some adjustments to their team, then they started to win. And since then, they've won 6 matches on the trot with just 1 day off.
Single here, but they've had a fantastic tour. I was privy to see the first 2 games that they lost, probably settling in, exhaustion, whatever, but they have certainly settled in as you described and have bounced back. I see a lot of talent. This is good stuff. End of over number 14 brings up the 52, 50 for 5.
go, Leakey. Let's go, Leakey.
That's the Guyana Police Force dugout or their camp. Norman is in the camp. And we saw, well, you see in the foreground next to Norman as well, Richard Latif, who performed umpire duties yesterday. Did a fine job, in my opinion. But behind them, the actual first-class umpire, one of the bright ones, Ryan Banwari. This one is hiked away. The first maximum of the day. It will, well, it looks like. Yes, it is. Kandai Ramkaran. He moves up to 28. 56 now for 5 at the start of the 15th.
Good shot. It was in the slot, and he just picked it up. Let's have a look at that. One sweet flow of the bat. Got it, and that's the longest point of the ground actually.
Oh! Trade up, trade up, trade up.
Towards bordering on between long on and mid wicket.
Keep going, Leakey, keep going, Leakey.
Really cleared it. I think that would have cleared any ground in that.
Come on, lads, come on, lads.
Convincing shot.
Support, support. Come on,
And you have
fellas.
to be hitting against this wind as well. So really got good connection. Flighted
One,
nicely.
one.
Ball tossed up, but
Back up, back up, back up.
good
One.
connection made by Ramkaran.
Well done,
But
well
went
done,
so
Bago.
quickly to the fielder that only managed to
going there,
run
boys.
a single. Timing is good for Ramkaran.
Catch it, man.
Bottom hand in this one. Fielder settles.
man.
Danai takes it. Another one bites the dust. That's Stephen Harris holding out too long on for just a single. More trouble now for the Guyana Police Force Sports Club.
More support to Ramkaran, because Ramkaran has been quite correctly has been dominating, so a lot more support. That man was placed there long on. There was another one at long off. Kind of reckless stroke play to go in the air against this high wind.
We will say that all day, Naim, but that ball was in the slot as well. It was tossed up. And these guys seem as if 25 overs is about to expire, as if they want to really blast the ball to capitalize on a few deliveries. No, lots of time still in this innings. It's 12 aside as well. That's how this tour has been structured.
There were some other injudicious shots as well, like the sweeping into the. There was always a backward square on the boundary. There was also a fine leg on the boundary. Well, Akeem Jor had put down that catch. Niall Smith took one, and then another one was taken. So it means, therefore, that you're obviously not looking around, gauging the field, and having an understanding of
Come on, lads,
what
come on,
you're
lads.
playing up against. And there are bowlers who are going to tempt you with a delivery for you to go into the shot.
Oh, yes.
And of course, that
Leakey.
happens at the international
Good
level.
Leakey.
We see what Glenn McGrath has been doing across the world, setting
Nice box
backward
center,
square,
nice
giving
box
you a
center.
bumper into your face, and you go defending and you pull. So you get out. You got to watch for those things. Talking about injudicious shot, taking the top edge into the hands of the slip and out.
Just tell him man it's coming, you know. Just tell him man it's coming.
No foot movement, just hanging his bat. And the edge found, but that slip fielder was also surprised. His reflexes were tested. Looks like Yuvraj Dayal wearing a Prashad shirt. 15 overs gone, 57 for 6.
Bit of bad fielding. I don't know if the ACS team is a little bit exhausted now. We saw a simple one that should never have been dropped by Jor. He's such a fantastic fielder, fantastic cricketer. And now Yuvraj, that was another sitter. In his hands, out.
Impressive figures from Keon Lake. 2 overs, 2 for 8. The former Everest youth player. Van Lang to continue. Danaya, third man, ensures the ball stays in play. So it's just a single rotation and strike. But while Ram Karan is there, like you mentioned, set and would look for a partner. Partners that are coming, they just seem to be throwing their wickets away. Not settling in, not looking to build innings. Let's see if Ronald Ali can use his experience to stick around and build an innings with Kandaya Ramkaran.
Yes, most of the dismissals were reckless strokes, injudicious hitting against debris, falling in traps, sweeping to the man into his hands at square leg. You're seeing these people. There was a long leg there, long on with the last wicket that fell. Van Lang and Niall Smith, they have both been able to get the ball to lift appreciably on this track. Solid, hard strip out there.
Jonathan Van Lang with 5 wickets in the series. Was captain yesterday of that Guyana emerging player side. 18 years old, the Olympian.
Well, he has so much of time on his hand to master this trade and reach right up at the international stage. And I think the pathway has been set. He's already establishing himself, especially in the Caribbean. And that's what he needs to do. He maybe throw off a few pounds, just shed a little bit, get fitter and better. But he's strong, he's athletic, and he knows his game and he likes it. Trying to induce that hook shot there, John. There's a man down on the fine leg boundary. There's one at the mid-wicket boundary. But Ronald Ali not falling to it.
Yeah, Van Lang has been around this tour often, quite often. We saw him, did not make the final cut against Luzignan, but we saw him against for high profile. We saw him for Everest as a guest player. Edged away, keeper did not move to his left. And it goes into the boundary. 4 runs, shot in the dark, but runs nonetheless.
That's what the police force would be looking for. They're badly in need of runs. ACS, they've got a formidable batting lineup, especially at the back end. Very, very good, strong. Outside edge. But I'm always thinking, with the speed of Van Lang and in Niall Smith's case, you'll simply need maybe a slip out there. Big extravagant shot there from Ronald Ali. I wonder if he's looking at the scoreboard. 15 overs gone, just bordering on 16. You've got a lot more cricket left here. Consolidate, big gaps, turn ones into twos, and let the scoreboard just grow and support Ramkaran as much as possible, and that should be his task.
This time he gets good connection. We are in some trouble. You can hear that bang on the roof above us. Oh, what a hit. Clean hit. It was in the slot 9 and into position quickly. He got it off the middle of the bat. 6 runs to end the 16th.
And he's also doing it against good pace. So that's everybody's dream, to hit a fast bowler back over his head for 6.
So I leave you with 6 to 9 on the board. And you'll be joined by Indrajit.
Sarcasm since this morning early. Hi, Jeet. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, Naeem.
I thought you would have slept away with the high winds coming into your face.
I was about to do that, and then John mentioned, Indrajit is coming. So I had to get up and come, Naeem.
Let's go, Leakey!
69 for the loss of 6. 16 overs gone. And Ali looks to be good. He's been playing straight. Ramkaran well set on 30. The fight is on.
Oh, yes.
fight is on, but I'm not seeing a smart approach. Extravagant big shots getting caught. It's the supporting role. Ronald Ali should really be staying there and occupying that crease for a long time. They've got a lot of overs to go.
Yes, I think this pair need to take on that responsibility, manage the session, you know, and ensure that there's a respectable total on the board. But I say runs on the board are runs on the board.
That's a cross bat. The ball was outside the off stump. His head was
Keep going.
all the way down to mid-wicket.
Come on, Leakey.
Orthodox, Ronald. Let's have some orthodox cricket. That seems a little better. Lets it go outside the off stump. There's a solitary slip there, waiting for the catch. In fact, he had edged it before and was dropped in the slip. So good to know that you're cognizant of your field.
Keep going.
Look
Come on,
around.
fellas.
Watch your field.
Get it.
Well,
Ball,
again,
Leakey.
he's looking for the lofty blow, and this time gets it
Keep
short
going,
of the
Leakey. Keep going,
fielder
Leakey.
under the wide long off boundary. Gets the single nevertheless. That is what matters most. I like to say hello to Sachin Yadram.
Come on,
He
lads.
has
Come on,
been
lads. Keep working here,
listening, he's
boys.
been watching the cricket.
Come on, guys.
Just send me a text message to say to the guys, John O'Ramsing, Naim Chan, and everybody else on FL Sports, hello for him.
High yard run. Still high winds. The batsman should not be going airborne against this breeze. Cut away.
Well done, Benny.
Nicely
Well done,
stopped
well done,
there.
well done.
Looks like Orin Williams, is it? Looks so.
Keep going, Leakey.
Yeah,
Come on,
so
lads.
Sachin, muscularly built youngster, very, very strong, tall guy. Says he remember the force ball he faced in regional cricket. It's still in his mind. Smashed a boundary. And we'd like to say hello to all our viewers wherever you are watching this match from 17 overs gone. It's 72 for the loss of 6.
Yes, all the viewers, particularly from the country of this ACS team, New York, the USA. There have been a lot of people checking in. Those are some of our visitors. So apparently the players have been coming with their family members, wives, grandparents, great-grandparents, great-great-grandparents as well.
Yes, and a tinge of grey. That's great respect we're seeing there. Always nice, relaxing atmosphere here at Leary at the Police Sports Club ground. Terry Hatso, he's in the thick of things. He's been a live wire for this ACS team. He has managed to get the guys together. They gel around him, and they have shown great respect to Terry. They've been together for quite some time.
.32 from 29, Ramkaran. That's pacing your innings. That's going nicely. Just hold there.
Well, he wasn't holding there. He was letting everything go at that one. Big swing and a miss. Just outside the line of the off stump. But he has steadied the tide for his team. This is in the air. He's holding out. No, that's gone. That's a maximum. Had enough on it. Naimi's a strong man. There's a fielder out on the deep mid-wicket boundary. And you see here rocking on the back foot. And swinging the bat at it. Getting enough.
Good shot. He has showed good temperament, Ramkaran. Good temperament. He has tailored his innings well. He has paced it well. As you can see, 38 from 31 balls. In the circumstances, I think that's excellent. What Ramkaran needs, and I'm just regurgitating that fact all the while, is support. Someone to hold up the other end and to bat out all these overs. The overs must be utilized.
So Chetram Balgobin force scoring shot off him as a maximum. How will he respond to this? Short. Niall Smith is out at the cover boundary, and just the single. This time he did not go into the leg stump. He went the offside, knowing fully well there is cover on the boundary area. So to all our viewers and listeners, if you've just joined the broadcast on FL Sports, let me say to you that the police won the toss this morning and had no hesitation in batting first. There's been a little struggle out in the middle. But now these two have something going for them. In fact, wides signaled by the umpire.
It's just that Ronald Ali, and he's the captain, he should be very, very cognizant of the fact what the score is, how many overs have gone so far, and to give a lot of support and let Ramkaran go after it. If he's hitting the ball and timing it so well, he should be the one to spearhead that.
Yeah, and Ronald Ali, solid as well. Slides in the air down towards the cover region. Lies nicely on the overthrow there. And Niall Smith is in a perfect position whenever those shots are played.
Looking forward, I think, Ramkaran to his half century. But of the bigger picture is looking forward for a decent score here today. Straight driven down the ground, just off the reach of the hands of Balgobin. There's a man down at a long on.
So 18 overs gone at the end of 18. It's 84 for the loss of 6. Ali's on 11. Ramkaran 42, hunting a half century here.
Queen's College, that's our premier secondary school. That's where all the little kids aspire to go. I went to Queen's College. There are some other fantastic private, well, not private, government schools also. Bishops, St. Stanislaus, which is getting a big boost of almost $1 billion for an expansion program to accommodate more students.
And this is the premier secondary school in the country. Short of the back foot and gathers a single through the cover region.
Keep going, Leary.
It has been quite a hectic tour too, Jeet, for this ACS team. They've been playing almost every day. And just getting up, traveling from one end of the country, going to the other, all the way down at Corriverton. They were slated to play. That was called off. And then coming back all the way on the west side. So it has been pretty hectic.
Whoa!
That's a big swing and a miss here by the left-handed Ronald Ali. And he looked back, hesitantly wondering, had it gone on to the stumps? It did not. But he realized that the overs are coming very, very quickly to the end. It's 25 overs aside, 86 for the loss of 6. Lake, 2 for 13 so far, and in the circumstances, he's doing a good job for ACS.
That's it.
I think someone is going to settle on this. Niall Smith. Ramkaran will go. Niall wouldn't drop that for anything in the world. Good score of 43, but I would have liked to see him go on a little further and just prolong this partnership and get a more decent and sizable total. 86 for 6 now in over number 19.
Yes, and the police officers, they have been ambushed here by the ACS team. Seems as though they've been using some slingshots, while ACS, they're using some bunker busters here at the Police Sports Club ground in Leary. And once you lose wickets frequently, that will surely peg back your scoring rate. And it has been done here to the police team. Niall Smith, look at him there. Good judgment, kept his eyes on the ball, grabbed it very close to the chest, saying thank you very much.
He's full of confidence, and as he progresses in his career, he's developing more and more confidence. Good for Niall Smith. You can see a different personality, different body language in his cricket since his exposure with the national team.
One of your favorite cricketers, Naeem, has just come out in the middle there, Anthony Adams.
That's it!
He too is going high in the air. Danai settles and takes it a little bit of bubble, but holds it nicely. Look at that smile there. And another one has bitten the dust here. 2 consecutive wickets. This guy, Adams, is going to duplicate his long walk back to the dugout. Came out, faced the delivery, and he's walking back in.
And I'm so disappointed, to be quite honest. This gentleman that's walking back there on your screen, I've had him as a very intelligent cricketer, a fighter, especially when he's playing for his county, Essequibo. He gives his all, puts everything into it, and he seems to be able to calculate circumstances well. He absolutely miscalculated this circumstance.
Well, they say in the head of every wise man there is a little bit of a corner there. And Anthony Adams, not the way to go. He has batting qualities. First delivery. And he's hitting against a very, very strong wind here at Police Ground. The 8 scalps going down. 86 for the loss of 8. And we're in the 19th over. This is not looking good for them. But we trust our police force. They can fight back under some dangerous conditions.
Come on, lads.
And let's hope that the fight has not gone out of them. They handle various kinds of problems.
Let's go,
I hope they can handle this one. 86 it's not of a good score. They would never be happy with that. Of course, it's 86 runs on the tins, but never mind. But I saw a lot of senselessness. Anthony Adams there, that was a good example. We'd seen people hitting against the wind, getting caught, looking at the man at long on and hitting it there.
Oh yes, well bowled, well bowled.
Drawn into the defensive shot here and beaten outside the line of the off stump. 19 gone, 86 for the loss of 8.
Let's go, boys. Come on, boys.
Long ago, I said this when John and I were on air. I recall some glorious days with police cricket and army, our defense force. It's very, very strong. And those days were Case Cup, the competition. Some of the national players are playing Case Cup. Not some, most of them did. Fouad Bacchus, all of them. And so you had some of these national players representing the police as well as the Guyana Defence Force. Extremely strong. I think they've lost some of that.
Yes, and things have changed over the years. This one is hoiked into the onside field. Looking for a second. That's not going to be on. Just the single. Well, those were the glorious days of Guyana's cricket and West Indies cricket as well. I remember my fellow Myconian, Leonard Macrae, played for the police, was one of the best in the business. My dear friend, Simo, he lives in the United States of America, played for police.
That's the kind of running. Sharp first single, put the pressure on the fielding side, quite possibly you'll get the second. And of course I expect and know that these are young police officers and they can, are supposed to be able to run. They got to chase these thieves.
Let's call them intruders. There was Ali looking for the single. He badly needs the strike. He might be calculating in his mind There are just a few overs to go. 5 after this one. He wants most of the strike. Well, he breaks the shackles, true backward point, and will definitely go back and complete 2. I remember in the army you had players like the Burnett boys, you know, they always score runs, they take wickets. Very, very strong teams. Cricket was strong in that era.
Of course, and many of the international players, Guyanese, who played for the West Indies, they participate in their earlier times, make a lot of time for case crop cricket. That was our highest standard, of course.
And
Of course, I think Clayton Lamberton played for the army as well.
you're right about that, Clayton did. He played for Berbice, clubs in Berbice, for the army, came to town, played a lot of cricket. Well, he couldn't. He tried his best to save that one, but there's savior on the boundary area there. Just the single. 20 overs gone. It's 93 for the loss of 8. Milton Paidana was one of those army officers who played for the soldiers.
All right, Lakey, let's go, Lakey. Finish strong, Lakey. Get five, man. Come on, boys.
Hi there, Uncle
Come on,
Naim.
lads.
Seems to have something special in his hand. And it's a
Catch it!
it's a
That's
black,
fine.
I'm sure.
Ah,
We'll learn more about it as the day goes by, but
good try the action.
looks pretty good in Uncle Naim's hand. And it
Give
says
way,
for the American
Lakey.
Cricket Society Everest, congratulations on completing the Standards Tour of Guyana 2025.
Lakey,
FL
sexy
Sports
the man, get Garlic
looks
Key
forward
pocket,
to
buddy.
further collaborations. Best wishes from
Just
Team
something.
FL Sport. Just say the word and read there.
Yes, I like that one. And if Naim
Come
can
on,
smile
lads.
so much, just you know, we're trying to put this up on the for the world to see. Imagine when he gets his own. What's going to happen?
Come on, Lakey.
It's a straight hit. Ivor Trust just got into the crease. Seems as if he's been there for a long time. Taking a liking now to Keon Lake, hitting him straight
Come
as a
on,
die
Lakes.
in the jeet.
That's not you.
Has gone.
And that's going to be something real kind this afternoon when it's delivered. Well done, Everest. FL Sports, or rather.
Oh yes, Lakey.
They're claiming it. So that is the fall of Ivor Trust just after hitting a 6. And a big congratulations to Keon Lake.
Yeah.
Picked up another 5-wicket haul. 5 for 20. And still the opportunity to get more. 100 coming up with that 6. But now Keon Lake celebrating with the 5-4. Trust goes for 11. 100 now for 8.
Yes, and Lake is going to take this bowling performance, wrap it up and keep that one there. He's going to always remember it. With the 9th wicket going down here now, you might very well find the police force folding before that 25. It's Bernard Bailey comes out into the middle. Yes, I think it's a very kind gesture by FL Sports. It tells about a partnership. American Cricket Society engages FL Sports whenever they come to Guyana to broadcast the game. And they're very pleased with the performance, John O. Been talking to a few of the guys there. They're happy that FL Sports is on board with them. Totally satisfied with the broadcast standard. And giving back is always a pleasant thing to do.
So 100 for 9. I apologize for saying 100 for 8.
Come on, Lakey.
But this is not the last pair. Do remember it's 12 aside. 5-4
Oh
for
yes,
Keon
aye,
Lake.
Lakey.
Very good bowling performance from the start of this bowling spell. Looked at the way he was coming in, using the breeze and using the pitch as well, getting good turn, good
Come on,
bounce,
Leaky. It is your wicket
and
here.
was not afraid
Your
to
wicket
flight
here.
the ball,
Price wicket here, Leaky.
asking the batters
Come
if
on,
they're going
man.
to take him on to hit in that high wind. Many of them have done so. That's why he has 5 wickets under his belt.
Oh!
And you're right
I
about
wanna
that.
see you out here, boy. I wanna get a contract
Using
with
the
you
wind,
today.
flighting the delivery nicely, not looking for too much turn. You're not going to get too much turn
Come,
out of
Leaky.
this pitch.
Gotta
And
get
he's
this
been
wicket here, Leaky.
rewarded
Come on, man.
well.
Making amends now, Hakeem Jor. Florida sitter earlier, and the spanking one he hangs on to. Ronald Ali hitting it in the air to give Keon Lake a 6 for. It's now 101 for 10.
That was a magnificent catch taken by Akeem Jor. And look how he broke the fall as he went for it. Tall, lanky Jamaican has pulled off a real stunner here this afternoon at Leary.
Ali goes for 15 from 17 deliveries. And once again, you'll see slightly short, drawn into the stroke, but Hakeem Jordan diving away to his right. Holds on to it for his dear life. So that's the end of Keon Lake's spell. 6 for 21, fantastic figures. 4 overs still to go, 101 for 10.
Yeah, that was a brilliant catch. And I just imagine his wife under the dugout just saying, "That's my husband, boy." She has been supporting him all across Ghana. She's on tour with him as well. 101 for 10. There's still 4 overs remaining here. And because they're playing 10 aside, there is still 1 more wicket. The last men standing out in the middle for Police here. Can they bat out the 25? I feel they should. Nicely clipped into the onside. Take the first very quickly. The second is not on. Just a single. And if they can keep their wickets there, maybe the last over then decide to go for some big shots. But from now right on to over number 24. Pick up your singles, pick up your twos. Try to make that score look a little bit more respectable.
The last batter is Raheem Haynes. We do apologize for the spelling on screen. Left-handed Haynes. Chetram Balgobin. We haven't seen him this season. He has been a constant performer for ACS on previous tours, but this time kept quiet. Now playing the final match of the tour. Into his 3rd over. Raheem Haynes. Want to spend the rest of this 25 overs in the middle. Do not want to be bowled out. Down the leg side, half-hearted appeal. 102 in the JIT. Is that going to be enough for this powerful ACS batting side?
This one in the air, and that's the close of the innings. And once again, Hakeem Jor picking up a catch here. So the innings has folded here for the police force team of a catch taken down at cover. Placed himself perfectly. All out for 102 in 21.5 overs. Will this be enough? Let me answer the question here, John. I don't think so. And I'm basing this on seeing ACS bat throughout the tournament. It could very well be a walk in the park, but then cricket is played out in the middle, not in the come box where we are. They might very well come strong with their bowling today, Police.
So not a good delivery. And the batter just putting his bat out there, not using his feet to get to the pitch of the ball, and just steering it to Hakeem Jor at the backward point position. 102 the final score, 102 all out. Not using up the 25 overs, 21 overs and 5 balls. It means that ACS will need 103 to win and the way the ACS bat, the way they set their standards high, that can come in a jiffy, right? However, this is what happened for the three top scorer, Kandai Ramkaran, 15 from Ram Ali, the captain, and then Ivor Trots with 11. Just those batters getting into double figures, and 12 runs, 12 extras.
Yes, and in the bowling department, 2 apiece for Niall Smith and Yuvraj Dayal, and 6 for 21. The star of the bowling by Keon Lake of 5 overs, 19 dot ball. Let me remind you, 6 for 21 by Keon Lake, and Balgobin 1 for 20. Those are the bowling figures.
Not a lot of huge buildings there, far too far in between. It means 102, the final score, all out. ACS will need 103 to win. Whichever way it will go, we'll invite you to stay with us as we bring you the run chase coming up in a short while.
Pitch you and rolling back. You Calvin? Pitch you and rolling back that. Hey, hey! Bring the broom fast. Bring the broom. Left, left. Calvin, bring the broom fast now. Don't move fast, the man will start just nobody.
Sweep down them good. The party.
Pitch you and rolling back, buddy.
There's a year somebody supposed to go and roll it back.
Pitch you and rolling back. And you and me gone. Everybody gone. Move something, Calvin. Move something. We just saying, listen to me. Back up, things in your paintings like that.
It's supposed to the water.
How much water? Front of water.
No, no. Them pressure.
Hold on, things done right. Good.
This blue. What? One by?
I'm painting. Back up there, you know. Your left just up front. You know, just front back.
Let's stop.
The man at me back that, real talk. One side there, main one to the one side, but
Come on, police! Already wickets, man.
Leg.
The run chase about to begin. Welcome back to Leary. Welcome back to the Police Sports Club ground. Raymond Perez, Ashki Humraj, the openers for American Cricket Society. Stephen Harris starts with the ball. Nice wind behind him. I'll tell you what, this ball can be dancing a little bit in this high breeze. Suddenly the weather has changed. Brilliant sunshine this morning when the game started, and now cloudy with a high breeze coming from the northeast direction. The target is 103, and already Raymond Perez off the mark, wiping off just one. So they're off and running ACS in the run chase. Stephen Harris making some adjustments to his field. Flicked away, runs for Humraj, just goes into the boundary. Humraj has been among the runs for ACS this season, and here he is again, getting a boundary very early in his innings. Controlled stroke, just turning the wrist over it as the ball made contact with bat. Was a quick changeover, just 10 minutes between innings. Two things might be the reason for that. They're looking at the weather, and because of the events slated for the weekend here at Leary, maybe trying to give the officials here at the ground enough time to prepare for the weekend events. Harrison is opening over with the new ball. Goes through the fielder and into the boundary. Like I said, Leach has been with this visiting side for the entire tour. He's at mid-on, and that ball went straight to him and evades him and goes into the boundary. Good timing and some power in it from Humraj. And that's the bounce we saw with the new ball when ACS were bowling. Now that the Police Sports Club are in the field, Harris getting a ball to lift off a good length and cramping Humraj. There's a very strong reply in the first over. 9 already wiped off. The target is 103. It's a wrap up ACS's tour in terms of matches against clubs and other sides. However, tomorrow they'll be part of the Multi-Nose King of Sixes tournament. Dot ball to end the opening over 9 without loss after 1. Bernard Bailey to pick up the attack from the southern end, running into this breeze. So Maltino's King of the Sixes begin tomorrow 9 a.m.
Right down over the wicket. That's leg.
7 aside, 6 overs. 12 teams will take the field tomorrow. One team will stand as King of the Sixes. It's a one-day event happening on Thomas Lands at the Ferdinand Oval, home of Maltino's Sports Club. Bailey off the long run will be bowling the second over of this run chase.
White ball.
Umpire Patrick Edwards says that's a wide. Ill-directed and poor delivery to begin with from Bailey. Umpires Patrick Edwards and Moses Ramnarine. Lots of experience between the two. Still in the holy month of Ramadan. Still observing Lent as well. Oh, this one is full and clipped away nicely. What a hit. Timing from Raymond Perez has been immaculate. 6 runs into the pad. Not what you want to be bowling at this stage to a first class batsman. Pitched and seen back into the batsman. 6 more. He's just looking to wrap things up very quickly. Tickled fine. Goes into the boundary. Some drizzles now coming in. Consecutive boundaries. First a 6, now a 4. In the slot. And out of the ground she goes. There are some cars parked in that direction, and you can hear an alarm going off already. It means ball has made contact with one of the vehicles in the slot. Out she goes. That one went between the keeper and the first slip. Keeper had a chance to hold on. Did not do so, and it went into the boundary for 4 byes. Expensive opening over from barely coming to an end. After 2 overs in the run chase, 35 without loss, ACS. Perez racing away to 22. Homeraj with him on 8. Homeraj 2 fours. Perez 2 sixes and a 4. So wiped off 35 already. 68 still to get. This is over number 3. Stephen Harris to continue. Slight drizzle moments ago, but seems as if the sun has won the battle. Under 3 runs and over from here on will take ACS to their 7th consecutive victory. Perez advancing to the fast bowler, hitting him in the air. Kandaya Ramkaran runs around. Three runs taken again. He advanced but then opened up his stance. Three more and a chance. A difficult chance running back, but sometimes you say persons with the experience of Ramkaran should be able to hold on. Home run is now on strike. Slip in play in Troy Ben. This time just 2 straight. Runs continue to flow nicely now for ACS. Harris not able to use this new ball effectively. Looking to defend a small total. You expect police to really come hard to pick up early wickets. It's not to be. Homeraj and Perez helping themselves some ordinary and loose bowling. Towards the end of the last season of first class cricket, Perez got some runs. ACS tour last year, Perez got some runs in towards the back end. And now the last official club game for ACS, Perez among the runs again. Seems as if he's saving his best for last. Runs again for Homeraj. There's a gap on the offside and he finds it nicely. Sweetly played. Placement was superb. Runs flowing like the Demerara River. Homeraj goes into double figures now. He's on to 13. Harris, an expensive over from him. It's still a delivery at least to go. Homraj quickly into position, swatted it over mid-wicket, and it goes into the boundary. 6 more over the boundary ropes. And what a way to bring up 50 runs for ACS in this run chase. Not sure what the plan is, if they're going to win it in 5 overs, but at this stage, well on course to do so. Let's welcome Hakeem Jor, captain of the tour, tour captain for ACS. Hakeem, welcome to the microphones of FL Sport.
Good afternoon, viewers, and thanks for having me.
Seems if you have a plan to wrap this up quickly. Tell us about that plan.
Well, we got, according to Uncle Terry, we got permission to assault, so that's the course of action we're looking to take.
Police brutality is real. On this occasion, police on the receiving end of brutality. Just kidding. All right, so Hakeem, we're about to wrap up not only this game, but a long tour. Long in the sense of the number of matches. Started last Wednesday. Consecutive defeats at the start of the campaign, but now seems to be on course for 7 consecutive wins. Tell us about the campaign this year.
Well, it's always a pleasure touring Guyana. It's grueling on our side, have to be playing back-to-back matches, but it's something we signed up for, so we have to just roll with the punches. And obviously it's a long tour, but we got niggles here and there. But what?
Troy Ben into the attack and also goes for runs immediately. Young Brigade, Perez and Homraj taking advantage of conditions and helping themselves to some runs.
Back to what I was saying. What we can be thankful for is that we have a lot of Guyanese-based players that plays for ACS, so we have ample numbers to chop and change.
Oh, seems everything he hit turning to goal now. Perez, not a boundary, 1 straight. Now a bit wide of the onside. He's up to 36 in no time. So, Hakeem, you perhaps want to get it all you want to say quickly because there seems to be rushing away from us.
It does look so, but according to how things are going, we should get off the park soon once these guys continue with the momentum. A player like Perry should be dominating these kind of games. You know, as a national player, you want to stamp your class every time you go on the field, even if it's some backyard cricket.
There's nothing backyard about that one. That one landed in the middle of the road. Surgical precision just between 2 vehicles.
Yeah, that was another good shot by Perez. He's certainly not wasting any time. He's adhering to the mandate, you know.
So the question is, before coming on tour into Guyana, you guys had some objectives. Are those objectives, or if there was just one primary objective, are those objectives met?
In some sense, I think most of the objectives are being met or have been met. You know, we want to expose some of the young players we have. We try to give everybody at least 4 to 5 games. You know, and even with that, exposing everybody, we still want to maintain that winning culture and play competitive cricket, which I think we have done for the most part.
There has been a good mixture, like you mentioned, some of the local based players, but it's a larger touring contingent this time as well. And I'm sure those guys were happy to have time on the park. No one felt burnout really, and no one can say that they hadn't enough time on the park.
And that was a massive blow by Homraj. Let's see. Oh, that was nice. Missed all the expensive cars and stuff. But in terms of like burnout, I can't. I think some of the guys were a bit, you know, but it's not to the point where they don't want to play. Everybody was still ecstatic and enthusiastic to go on the park because coming out of the winter, you want to take as much cricket as you can play without harming yourself too much, you know.
So how does this prepare ACS now for assignments back home as you look at the camp now? Pretty relaxed.
The season starts in probably another month time, a month and a half maybe. We always have new players on board, so this kind of helps them to gel with the team. And the guys in Guyana, when they do come up, they are more in sync with what's going on.
This is considered ideal preparations, you're saying?
It is. I don't think you could get any better preparations in the Caribbean anywhere else than Guyana. There's the only place I think you could get. You could have games every day, and you have proper competition.
I haven't seen a lot of Karen Ganesh lately. Carmichael has been in and out. Are those the senior guys fetching any niggles as we get another boundary here?
What I can say, those guys had to cut their trip short for certain reasons, but they contributed well towards the tour. So we always welcome them on board.
Many questions have been asked about the style of play of ACS. 28 runs in Ben's opening over, and it's yet to end. Change of gloves for Perez. The style of play, where you guys tend to finish games in style. 23 still needed. Is there a plan as to finish games with just 4 hits away in boundaries?
I don't think anything is like constant. Guys just tend to go with the flow. We'll take what the game is giving us and what the bowling is giving us. And as you can see, the bowling is giving us a lot, so we're there with both hands open, you know.
There have been some quality sides that you guys came up against on this tour. Not a delivery on the line of the leg stump. Following the batter, Ben. He's going to get close to the boundary. Gets there now. So 50 runs to Perez in quick time. 50 from 14. A shot-filled half-century from Perez.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting all this dominance, but it's good to see. I guess Perez is preparing himself for tomorrow because he'll be leading the ACS team in the six-a-side competition, the sixes competition at Maltino. So he's just getting his range going, basically.
5 fours and 3 sixes in that innings, and he's not done yet. So after 4 overs, 84 without loss, scoring at a run rate of 21 runs per over, requiring under 1 run from here on to win. If they're going to use all 25 overs, will not be needed, I can tell you that. Some quality opposition against you guys this year. Young players coming up from Guyana. You guys were tested on a few occasions, but I'm sure it's a learning process for you as well. Despite your experience, Akeem Joe as captain, you've learned a lot personally.
Yeah, I've played a lot of cricket during my time. I started very young. I had a lot of cricket. Not much at the youth level, but when I went university, I played a lot of cricket in Barbados, and I learned a lot. So for me now, is trying to put guys in position to learn. So whatever happens on these tour, we face similar situations when we play league matches in New York. So I'm just hoping whatever happened, guys can learn from it. You know, so we're trying to put guys in position to see how well they'll adapt and if they'll come out smiling or frowning.
Kelvin Leach starts over number 5. In terms of, let's compare, something I do not like to do, but I'm sure persons on the outside would like to know the standard of cricket that you were exposed to on this tour, and when you go back to the Big Apple. Homeraj gets a lot of bottom hand on this one, helps himself to a maximum as well, scores down 1 to 90.
The standard here is always a little higher, especially when you play against the good teams, because you have more players that are at a higher level or above average, so it definitely brings out a stronger competition. I think here most guys understand the basics, and in the States that's lacking because obviously it's seasonal cricket. We can't play cricket in the winter. You can train in the indoors, but that can't fully supplement for middle practice and games and all that. But if you have tailored practice sessions and stuff, you can improve on certain things. But here you can play cricket year round, which is good, can help with development a lot better.
Consecutive sixes now to Humraj. 96 on the board. The target is just 7 runs away now. What a chase. Saving the best for last. What an assault we're seeing here now on the officers.
I think after playing all these matches, if it's any day we want to get off the park early, it's on a Friday in Guyana. We could rest because it's going to be a long night.
In the slot, quicker delivery, and away it goes again. 3 consecutive sixes, and some of the senior police officers live on that side of the compound. One of them will have a souvenir when they wake up in the morning. What a hit from Humraj. 100 on the board, 1 away from victory.
I think this is unfair now because Sir Leach has been our liaison all tour. He's been doing a good job, so I think this is somewhat unfair, but it's all in good faith, I would say.
Good hospitality continues from Sergeant Leach. Hoiked away, finishing not only the match, but the tour for ACS in grand style. 4 consecutive sixes, and that is a convincing 10-wicket victory for ACS.
Indeed. I would say to finish the tour, we'll be taking part in the Maltinos competition tomorrow. So, but in terms of like official games, this is it. The guys can get a little rest today and enjoy a successful tour.
Huge congratulations, Akeem and the rest of ACS. In under 5 overs, you managed to pull off this one in grand style, finishing, like you said, official matches. 2 games, defeats, 2 losses to 7 consecutive matches that you have won. Congratulations. You have ticked your boxes.
Most certainly. And I think the level of competition, we played a few better teams this year, which is good. And every year we come to Guyana, there's always other teams want to get on the list of playing us. So that's good.
All right, not a lot of time for us to continue this discussion, but I'm sure you'd like to say thank you to some persons along the way. This is what happened on tour. Like you said, we started with some defeats. Then there was 2 games that were abandoned. But after that game at Everest, everything went into the winning column for you. Big congratulations.
Thanks, man. This was indeed a successful tour. It's good that we finish on a high. So we're proud of the boys. We have a lot to take with us to New York. A lot of guys did some soul searching and definitely performed, while other guys still have some stuff to work on. So it's all a learning curve, and we're just happy with the results at the end of the day.
Yeah, Bodie leading the runs chart, and Keon Lake picking up 12 wickets, including 2 fifers. Excellent stuff from him. Good support from the other bowlers. So lots of individuals putting their hands up to make it a big successful tour for ACS Everest this year. That's the match summary for you. Police blown away for 102, and in reply 108 without loss on the 5 runs, on the 5 overs. Akeem, congrats again on a good tour, and we're looking forward to future collaborations and also to hearing about more double titles in the US of A.
Yeah, thanks for having us. The FL coverage, FL sport coverage was tremendous. We're looking forward to defend our titles. It's gonna be difficult, but we're up to the challenge. You know, we have a good group of guys and we have a nice club structure, and we're looking to defend.
And one thing I really was tempting to say. So, how sweet was that double last year for ACS? Just before you go.
It was a challenging season. So, all the aches and pain, the sacrifice was worth it. And on a minor note, it was against my old team. So there's not much. I wouldn't say it was a vitriol, but it was somewhat a vindication of my decision to leave and a couple of the guys' decision to leave. So it was worth it in the end. It was a great game, I must say.
It must have been special because while you guys were celebrating, I got a phone call. Uncle Terry was on the phone and saying, we did it. I was like, congratulations. I wasn't too sure what was happening. I allowed him to settle in, and next day we spoke about it extensively. He said we in Guyana played a major part in the success of ACS. So I want to say congrats. I want to say whatever we can do to make it easy for you guys. We want to say that we have played our part in your success, and it's a pleasure.
It's always a pleasure, man. Guyana tour, we're looking forward to 2026 for bigger and better things, more challenges, better teams, and better performances.
All the best. The voice of Akeem George. You can see him on camera there. Yeah, I remember him as a teenager here in Guyana a long time ago with the CCC. And I must remind you of that Chris Gale shot at Everest. We'll talk about it a bit later on. All right, thank you. Go celebrate with your team and best wishes. And viewers, do stay tuned. We have the closing presentation ceremony still to come. Stay tuned for that.
making the way to the presentation area.
Okay, so Deputy Commissioner Administration, Mr. Budram, and Captain of the Police Officers Mixed Team, if you want to put it that way, and our friends from the American Cricket Society team visiting Guyana. First, let me say that today, being a very beautiful day for cricket, we would have witnessed what I would want to describe as a lesson in cricket being taught to our Guyanese police officers, cricketers. From the scores and in the manner in which the scores or the task was achieved by the American Cricket Society tells a whole lot of different story. However, I can tell you this, that we will go back to the drawing books, and I say we because I'm part of the team. We will go back to the drawing books, and then we will return to teach you the same lesson that was taught here today. And just to let you know that we're happy to have you, irrespective of the manner in which the cricket would have been played. I know it's a very friendly atmosphere, and the whole intention is to establish the kind of camaraderie. We know it's a fierce rivalry. We anticipated a better game, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. And so, before I go into the presentation, I would ask Mr. Budram, who will be standing in for the commissioner, to give a little brief on the cricket match.
Thank you, Director of Sports, Mr. Boyce. Spectators, all our invited guests, more importantly, our foreign team, ACS, and more importantly, my colleagues, the officers combined with the other players. Good afternoon. Today is indeed a surprising day for us, all of us. Commissioner promised me that he will be here, but for some reason he can't make it. He is elsewhere. But that is how game go. Glory and uncertainty. This is a lesson for us, as Mr. Boy said. We have to go back to the drawing board. Not me. I am a one-time player. The guys who are playing every single day, right, and practice every day. But on behalf of the Commissioner of Police, we want to say thanks to our partner in sport, the ACS team, Mr. Terry, who is the manager, and would have spent a lot of time organizing this game from months before. I also want to recognize Mr. Leach, who is our contact from the police force in having this match arranged. We know a lot of planning took place to have this match played today. And therefore, at some time in the future, we will visit you and play you in your own backyard. So we are anxiously awaiting that moment. Once the time permits and everything runs smooth, we'll probably visit you sometime. But I want to take this opportunity to congratulate the winning team, all the players. We have some of our very own noticeable players, Smith, Perez, and some others who I would have missed. We support you. Whenever you play, we applaud you, and we wish you the best. Also, the police, we have Buddy, we have Adams, we have Ramkaran. These guys will have played at county level. And also, we support you, and we're looking forward for better things to come for you. So on behalf of the Commissioner of Police and the officers in the Guyana Police Force, we want to congratulate you and say thanks for supporting this initiative today. This has moved us to another level. We have struggled over the years in bringing our partners close to us, and this is a starting point for us where cricket is concerned. So at any given time, you feel that you want to play the police, external partners, feel free to contact us and we'll facilitate you. So I wish you all the best and thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Okay, Terry, could you come forward, please? I know you've been visiting Guyana for quite some time now with the American Cricket Society team, and so I think it is only fair that I ask you to give a little pep talk.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's indeed a pleasure for ACS to be here today. Really a pleasure. Without the Guyana Police Force and all the help that we achieve on this tour, all the friendship we create, this would not be possible. So first and foremost, I would like to thank the police force, especially Mr. Budram and Officer Leach. From the time we arrived in Guyana last Tuesday night, we were in the care of Officer Leach and Mr. Boudram, and he ensured the safety of the traveling team. As you can see, we got a big party traveling, and they did almost everything that we need to facilitate this tour. Without the Guyana Police Force, this will never happen. From the moment we make contact and we initiate that we are coming, everything was done on time and correctly. And we really want to thank you from the bottom of our heart for this. Now, I must say something a little about this game today. If I don't say something, it would not be in my nature, right? Last year, we lost to the police team, and within an hour on Facebook, it was written, "Police, stick up ACS," right? You know, I don't know if they meant stick up, and we were doing them a favor because we were told on a Saturday afternoon at 8 o'clock, we have an 8 o'clock morning. And these guys were training when we got here that morning. But it took police 39 years to beat ACS, and they accomplished it. And here we are back again. We only had to wait 6 months for revenge. Right. Now, the police would have to wait 1 year, 1 calendar year. And a lot going to be said, and we know you're going to be ready. But after today, carnage. You guys, you know, we play cricket in New York. We play cricket in New York. And for all the people that think we are borrowing players from them, Perez is a member of ACS since 2022. Niall Smith played with us in 2023. Who else is touring party with us? Danai played with us 2022, you know. So all the guys that you see playing for us is the strength of the family that ACS has created. As soon as we land in Guyana, every one of the people that feel safe with us make themselves available to play ACS cricket, you know, including adults, body, etc. So we are building something good, and we are very happy to be a part of the police plan in continuing this relationship. We are ready and able to host the police whenever they feel like traveling to New York. And I thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Terry. That was well said. But you know what I realized, Terry? You reminded me, after you suffered that defeat last year, you did a lot of shopping online. You bought some good players, so you ensured that this time around, you put up a very good account of yourself. And so that was good. At this time, I want to introduce a young man by the name of Mr. Hussein. I will ask him to come forward. I must let you know that Mr. Hussein is being very, very supportive of the police cricket team. And he was sponsoring our uniforms for the past maybe 10 years, I should say. Yep. And so it is only fair that I ask Terry to take the mic.
Hussein.
Mr. Hussein, sorry.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Hope everybody's doing good. It was a nice day out today. I've been with the NYPD cricket team since 2015, and since then we've been partnering with the Guyana Police Force and donating stuff and doing charity stuff in Guyana itself, not just in with Guyana Police Force, but all over Berbice, East Coast, and other places with other clubs. But we're always there to assist because the NYPD cricket team and the Guyana Police Force, you know, we're just building bonds and, you know, building friendship and doing other things that, you know, we got to give back to the community and give back to Guyana Police Force as well. But hopefully, you know, they are invited to come and play against us, and we'll, you know, nice to have ACS join as well. But definitely Guyana Police Force versus NYPD cricket team, and ACS, we keep a nice tournament. But thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr. Hussein. And let me say that on behalf of the commission and the rank and file, especially the cricketers, I wish to say a heartfelt thank you to Mr. Hussein for supplying all our uniforms for the purpose of playing cricket. Terry, rest assured that the Guyana Police Force would be willing to accommodate you anytime and host you whenever you're in Guyana once you come to play cricket. And even on vacation, we can extend some form of assistance. And so it's presentation time. And we go straight into the trophies to be handed over. Best bowler, most valuable player, best batsman, the winner, and the second place. And so we go to the best bowler. And that person would have bowled 5 overs for 20 runs, and that person took 6 wickets. No other than one, Mr. Leon Lake. Keon Lake. Mr. Hussein, could you come forward, please? Okay, so we move to the best batsman, scoring 52 runs. And this is how the runs were made up of. 4 sixes, 4 fours in 14 balls only. That person is none other than Ramin Perez. Mr. Budram, could you do the honors, please, sir? Raymond Perez. And the MVP, it was a close tussle between these two young men. But the adjudicators, they would have awarded it to the man who would have took 6 wickets for 20 runs from 5 overs. Keon Lake, most valuable player. Mr. Hussein. Okay, to hand over the second place trophy to the Guyana Police Force officers team, we'll ask Terry. Terry, come forward. Do you want the captain? Could we have the team flank in the background for photo op? Okay. All right, so to hand over the winning trophy to the winners of 2025 friendly match ACS versus police officers is none other than Mr. Budram, to not necessarily the captain, but a representative of the ACS. Apart from those trophies, we have 2 plaques. I know the ACS would normally hand over a plaque, and the Guyana Police Force will hand over a plaque as a matter of appreciation. And so to hand over the first plaque to the ACS, Mr. Budram, could you do the honors, please, sir? A representative from ACS, please. And now Terry will hand over his plaque to Mr. Budram. Now can we ask the teams to assemble? Oh, you have another special prize? So the captain will present a trophy to the police team for the splendid effort. I know Mr. Ali just said we'll catch you next year. Okay, so please, can we have a group photograph, both teams assemble? Yeah, copy that, shoot this way. Mix them up, mix them up, mix them up, mix them up, mix them up. One happy family, mix them up, mix them up. You want the background? Take them with the background there? How would you look? This way.
Everybody ready?
Can we ask Mr. Budram Mr. Budram, sir. Closing brief. Closing brief.
You're done already? We're done already. We're done already.
Okay. Okay, thank you for coming out and support the police officers and the American Cricket Society friendly cricket match. You all been a very beautiful and small but appreciative, vocal crowd. Continue to be good, continue to come out and support police cricket. Thank you very much. Have a great rest of the day.
Give me my mic. You keep that one. And just before we end our coverage of the ACS Tour 2025, I want to say thank you very much to the ACS for allowing us to stream our games. And we'd like to invite manager Terry to please step forward. Terry. A token of our appreciation to you and the ACS family from FL Sport. I would like to read this on air. It says, to the American Cricket Society, Everest, congratulations on completing the Standards Tour of Guyana 2025. FL Sport looks forward to further collaborations. Best wishes from Team FL